So talk about your growth as an athlete, because you came into South Carolina, like you said, as a multi, and in 2015, you're an NCAA champion, which is a big deal. So how do you get to that point from coming in as a freshman, as a multi?
Yeah, what a journey. Sometimes I think about it and it still kind of blows my mind because when I first came to South Carolina, first of all, my high jump run up was 5 steps, 5 steps, and I could do no more. I remember we were getting ready to go to the Armory for indoor competition, and my coach wanted me to try 9 steps. It was the worst. I know hide it. It was awful. I could not handle the quote unquote speed. I was just a power jumper. That's what my Cuban coach had taught me. That's all I could do. And then we tried long jumping and it just didn't work. And somewhere around there was when I think my coach decided, you're just going to stick to high jump. We're not going to mess with all these other events because my technique was just so bad. I had the bare minimum. So we focused on high jump, and my freshman year was nothing too special, to be honest. I think I was, we had the Doty at the time, which was the dining hall, which was only for athletes, and it was a buffet, and you could get the ice cream and the cookies and the this and the that, and it was all part of being starstruck in a new place and new things, and I was definitely eating more than I needed to.
So you ate too much junk, is what you're saying.
Too much junk.
That freshman 15 creeped in.
This is what you're saying, folks. That freshman 15 to 20.
I was not, and I was 16 when I went to like diet, and none of that was in my mind. I could eat whatever I wanted and I just wouldn't gain weight. But things changed a little bit for me freshman year. So I had to learn that lesson and then understand. I took a real interest in nutrition, actually, and would read a lot about nutrition on my own and listen to a bunch of podcasts, and still very interested in it now. But that really helped me to transition into an elite athlete, I guess, because at that moment, I was not only taking control of my nutrition, but just kind of taking control of my career in general. Like, oh, it's up to me. Like, I have to make the decision to make these changes. Like, no one's gonna come to the dining hall and say, choose the broccoli instead of the cookie, Jeanelle. Like, so that was a big click for me somewhere in sophomore year, I would say.
So what drove that? Obviously, there's a drive there that you want to be good if you're making that decision, because I always talk about, whatever your motivation is, it has to be strong enough to overcome the hard stuff. So whatever is driving you to say, hey, I want to be better at this, has to be stronger than that urge to eat that cookie that you want to eat in the Dota, because you're like, oh man, there's a buffet. I could eat 3 or 4 of these cookies. But there has to be something there that's like, no, I'm trying to get in shape because there's something that I want to do.
Yeah, I think it was a couple things, acting to motivate me. One of them was just the desire to be good and having a sense of discipline that I definitely would say comes from growing up in the Caribbean. And the high school I went to, like I said, it was an all-girls Catholic school, so it was like real strict. Like,
yeah, I went to Catholic school too. They used to beat us and everything, so I get it.
No, I don't know if you could say that, Adrian.
What's that?
I don't know if you could say that. You might get them in trouble.
No, I mean, they're all retired by now, but it worked out. I'm just saying. But there were a couple. I used to talk a little too much in class because I had too much energy, and they make me kneel down and beat me and make me write lines and everything. Y'all never got? Well, maybe we were just extreme, but I got beat by I used to kneel down in front of the class, facing the board. And the principal would just come up and just whack, whack, give you 2 or 3 lashes. No?
Woo.
No, that's just us on St. Croix?
Not drastic.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, well, that's abuse, sir.
And before my generation, it was the nuns, and I heard they were worse. So,
Yeah, I also heard that at my school.
Yeah, you get all of the horror stories of the ancient nuns in the Catholic schools. Don't play any games.